Shree Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha. Sinduraruna Vigraham Trinayanam Manikyamaulispurat Taranayaka Shekharam Smitamukhim Apinamakshoruham Panibhyam Alipurna Ratna Chashakam Raktottam Bibhratim Saumyam Ratna Gadastha Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Param Ambikam. Welcome to all for this session on Lalitopakhyanam. In the previous part, we have seen how Brahma narrated to all the devatas that the only way to kill Taraka is by the son who is yet to be born between Shiva and Parvati. It requires Shiva's Rethas to enter into the fire, and then from the fire it will be passed on to Ganga and then to the Kritika sisters who will tender the Kumara, and then finally he was left on the Sara grass. That is why he's called as Saravana. And then finally he became the Kumara Swami will become the chief of the Devata army, and he will go in to kill the Tarakasura. But for this to happen, first the Shiva and Parvati need to be united, and Parvati is already there in the Stanvashrama. As told by sage Narada, Himavan had already put her in the service of Shiva. However, Shiva had never even looked at her, so we need to somehow disturb the senses of Shiva, which should make him look at Parvati so that their union will become possible. On hearing all these things, taking leave from Brahma, Indra retired with his devatas to the devastated Sargaloka and soon bethought himself of Manmada with intent to make him appear before him. The messenger in the form of thought projected by Indra found Manmada reveling at the height of his power. He was armed with a bow of sweet scented flowers, the bowstring of which was formed of the busy honeybees. His five arrows consisted of five flowers Aravinda, Ashoka, Chinta, Navamallika, and Nilotpala, each capable of rousing and enhancing the desire and kama. The beauty of his form, enchantingly attractive, was the quintessence of all types and kinds of beauty in the universe condensed into one unit. He was chatting with his commander in chief, the cool full moon, capable of stirring the hearts of one and all, scattering maddening rays all around him as a living magnetic field of attraction. He was beholding the face of his dearest friend Vasanta, lord of the spring season, who was smiling in his varied moods of creation, consisting of greenery, multicolored and sweet scented flowers, fruits sufficient to melt and enchant the hardest hearts. He was exchanging witticism with Petamardhana, one of his lieutenants, capable of playing on the heartstrings of one and all. Damsels of the most exquisite beauty surrounded him and his wife Rati Devi with music and dance, while others waited on them with wine and sweets and snacks. He was resting on his chariot, Malaya Maruta, of cool, wafting breeze carrying fragrance from flowers on the one hand and melodious music on the other. When the powerful thought form message, that means when the powerful thought message in the form of thought of Devendra impinged on his mental consciousness with its urgent call, Manmada, the master of illusions, immediately betook himself to Indra's presence in Swarga, his wife and retinue following him. With a radiantly glowing body, proud of his Mayavic abilities, capable of fluttering the hearts of even yogis and tapasvis, the Gandharva bowed in salutations to Indra. At Madana's approach, the sweet here Madana, Gandharva, Cupid, Manmatha all belongs to the all the names of the same person. At Madana's approach, the sweet scented and pollen laden breezes wafted into Swarga exhilaratingly, and the very atmosphere of the place became gay and alive, filling everyone's heart with joy and longing. Madana respectfully sat on the seat pointed out by a sign of Indra's condescending brow, realizing the magnitude of the mission with which he was going to entrust him and wishing to please him and encourage him. Indra looked at his visitor with great favor, smiling appreciatively through his 1,000 eyes. Finding the Lord of Swarga so well disposed towards him, and sensing that his services were soon going to be in great demand, Kandarpa felt flattered and swelling with pride. He said, O Lord of the Devas and ruler of the three worlds, your might is like unto that of Srinivasa, capable of subduing all your enemies. I am fortunate indeed to be thus honored today by your kind favor. Is there anything that I can accomplish to please you? Just command me with your good wishes. There would be nothing difficult for me to accomplish. Even the most impossible act shall indeed become possible for to me. In a trice, I shall bring moha and desire into the hearts of great tapasvis filled with vairagya. If there be anyone trying through Tapomahima to aspire to your throne, just let me know, and I will blind them with moha and subdue them with my invincible weapons, while I possess my magical bow and arrows. And you, your thunder, what is there to fear in the three worlds? If there be great yogis on whom your mighty weapon is ineffective, my arrows will accomplish your desire. There is nothing in the three worlds that can make my arrows ineffective. Even if there be anyone who eschews the very thought of woman and is immersed in deep contemplation or even samadhi, my arrows can break through the barriers of calm and create confusion in his mind so that he will run after the fair sex, seeking their company to the exclusion of all japas and tapas. If there be a Danava who is even now preparing to invade Sargaloka, I shall make him forget his warlike preparation and turn his attention to his inner chambers, where his damsels can so sway his passion as to completely subdue him to the extent that even their abuse would sound loving to him, and he shall due to this love play forget his initial purpose of conquering your loka, and besides wasting all his manly energy, he shall become a mere weakling and die. On the other hand, if your mind is fixed on any particular woman and she has rejected your suit through pride, I shall forthwith change her mind and bring her running into your arms. Even if she is a pativrata who will not turn her mind to anyone other than her husband, I can win her for you if you want her, and she shall become your slave by the power of my arrows. Tell me, O Lord Indra, what is your desire? My arrows shall carry out your slightest wish. Be he a human, a Daitya, or Deva, Charana, or Gandharva, who is there that can escape the effect of my arrows? Not even Brahma, Vishnu, and the great Maheshwara himself, who is ever in meditation merged. Please order me and consider that your desire is forthwith fulfilled. Indra was well pleased at the readiness and enthusiasm of Kandarpa. He said to him, O Manmata, vanquisher of three worlds, there is none to oppose you. You are certainly capable of fulfilling our desires. Your action always safeguards our interests and helps the universe in its onward evolutionary progress. I'm quite pleased with you and your valor. There is none to come to the rescue of all the Devas today but you. We are in the great dilemma and need an able commander in chief to lead our armies against our enemy. Only the son born to Parvati and Parameshwara can fill that post and none else. Luckily, Parvati now dwells in the same place as Shankara at Stanvashrama. Uma is ministering to his needs and comforts, but Shiva has never paid any attention to her at all. After the passing away of Sati Devi at Brikshayagna, Maheshwara is ever in Samadhi and cares not to look upon women. Uma loves him dearly with all her heart and soul and longs to wed him, for she is no other than Sati Devi herself reborn as Parvati. Your duty now, O Makaraketana, is to pierce through Shiva's Samadhi and agitate his mind in favor of marrying Parvati. If you but succeed in this mission, you will have done very great favor to me as well as to these devatas, not to speak of the inhabitants of all the three worlds. Kamadeva was very much elated at this earnest request of Devendra and so replied with great alacrity, your command shall be obeyed immediately. Making his salutations to Devendra, he rose to depart on his mighty mission, accompanied by his wife and retinue. Feeling happy at his readiness and quite overcome with joy at the prospect, Indra embraced Madana to his heart and sent him away with his blessings. Thus, in this chapter, we have seen Indra calling Madana for the help to distract Shiva so that Shiva would look at Parvati, which would finally lead to the union of Shiva and Parvati, leading to the birth of Kumaraswamy, who would be the commander in chief for the entire army of Devatas and will finally going to slain the Tarakasura. However, in Kama, who approached Indra, praised him with all his words and told him that he can conquer anybody, including Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. Then Indra assigned him the task and explained him everything about the presence of Parvati in front of Shiva in the Sthanvashrama. However, Parvati is already in deep love with Shiva and is longing to get united with him. However, Shiva is not even looking at her, so to distract his senses and make him look at Parvati, which would lead to their union. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puravasini, Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.